Kingdom in Context, Sean Griffin again says, dude, stop with the super chats. What are you doing? I refuse to speak with you about why I disagree with you equals the story of my YouTube existence with large portions of Christian teachers. They act like I don't exist instead of addressing my arguments. As a guy who does not affirm penal substitution, by the way, Sean, I understand your pain.
But the idea is that my sin, the sins I committed, were like imputed to Christ, so that his death deals with the death I deserve. So he substitutionally dies, suffers the penalty that I deserve. In this, God is both holy and merciful, as he gives our sins, the due penalty of our sins to Christ. And
so how's that holy? He gives Christ our due sins. He gives Christ the sins due from us. And he says that's holy and merciful. But how is that holy? To kill a holy person instead of the guilty sinners. That seems to violate Ezekiel 18 hardcore. But first, before I get any further, Kingdom in Context, Sean Griffin, friend of the channel, by the way. And I know a lot of Christians, a lot of my Orthodox Christians and standard Christians are like, how are you friends with Sean Griffin? I've gotten flack for being friends with him and alternate media and stuff, but whatever, guys. I have friendships, and my friendships don't depend on me having complete theological agreement with everyone. Sean and I disagree on stuff, but I think we're man enough to both high five each other and go, I disagree with you, but I love you anyway. So anyway, but Sean and I also agree on a lot of stuff too. It's quite fun. He asks this, thank you for the $10 super chat, by the way, Sean. You got to stop throwing money and buying my book. You got to stop being nice to me. But we do have to set up the time for me to come on the channel and do the hot seat. That's fun. Does PSA hinge on the belief that mankind is always sinful and never actually righteous, regardless of their behavior? Keep up the good work. Show Will the super chat love. Thanks, man. Yeah, show me the super chat love. I will not say no to super chat love. I'm a poor, meager minister. But anyway, yeah, actually it does. And that's why at the beginning of the book, I talk about original sin a little bit and the nature of death itself, because you kind of need to unpack those things, because they're kind of pillars that lead you to PSA. Yeah, they believe that you are evil in and of yourself, and that you are so wicked that, yeah, someone has to take that punishment, because you can't ever achieve any form of righteousness. So if you're someone who believes in the Jewish thought of a Sadiq, you can't be a Sadiq, or you can't be a righteous man. And here's the thing: is I'm gonna get some flack from this, but whatever. The Bible talks about the righteous and the unrighteous, which means that you must be able to be righteous, because he's the righteous man does this, but the unrighteous man does that. Well, it sounds like to me you can achieve a level of sanctification where you are made in the image of Christ, where you have become in some way, shape, or form a righteous person. You might still have the corrupted flesh, the flesh with all its desires and stuff, but you can achieve goodness. Otherwise, why are we called to be like him? It doesn't make, otherwise it'd just be doom and gloom. It'd just be Ecclesiastes all the way through. Everything's vanity and doesn't matter. So yes, I do believe, Sean, that or Kingdom in Context, that PSA does hinge on that mankind is always sinful, and that not only sinful, but so wicked that they only deserve death. They do not deserve rescue. They do not deserve any of that. That mankind is undeserved. It's one of the big things, that mankind is completely undeserving of salvation. In fact, so much so that John Calvin actually said that God is hateful toward man because we're enemies of his, that we're children of wrath, and that he literally uses the word hateful toward us. And then when Calvin's but when Calvin realizes that because of our inherent sinfulness of how wicked it is, then it doesn't really explain why God saves us at all. Because why would God save us? We're so evil and wicked. So his answer to that is just this. The word is spontaneous benevolence. So spontaneous love. It's just an act of spontaneity on God. I guess I'm just choosing to love him right now. That's literally what Calvin says. He attributes his spontaneity. So yeah, you could say, Sean, that it's very dependent upon that.
Hi, I'm Sean Griffin. I want to encourage you to check out SanctifySupplyCompany.com. They help us make wonderful shirts for our channel, as well as shirts like this, Make America Pray Again. And I think you'll really enjoy their products. Good quality, great price, wonderful people on a mission to serve the gospel of the kingdom. This shirt inspired me to create a little tune. The ballad of life is a sweet song to me, stretching my heart so I can receive this grace that will take me through frailty to strength. It was your intention to recreate me. Father, lead us to pray once again, strengthen our knees, lift up our hands. Father, lead us to call on your name and turn from our sins, to walk in your way. Father, lead us to pray once again. Father, lead us to pray